On September 21st of 2025, I started working on a submission for an artist call whose theme was called Nocturne. And in the description, it asked the artist to explore themes like shadow and light, dreams, the in-between, the emotional, the seasonal changes, and just those unseen forces that move us: grief, joy, memories, etc. When I read that, I thought about all of those people that have survived something traumatic in their lives, and the resilience that it takes to pull yourself through whatever life is throwing at you. And when I thought of that, I thought of somebody that was vulnerable, someone curled up, just wondering what's going on with life. And then I thought about butterflies, because they're a signal of hope. But even in hope, sometimes just escaping and surviving, you get injured. So that meant I had to give her a little broken wing too, because even though it might be functional, there's also a sense of brokenness that comes with having survived. Then for the background, I wanted it to be chaos. I didn't want it to be something pretty and airy, because that's not the reality of survival. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it's worth exploring more. So for the background, I opted to start writing down words that reminded me of survival, and also the strength and pain, and just kind of honor those feelings in the back. All of which I then covered up in a little abstract style to lighten it up. I didn't want my message to be loud. I never have my artwork be like that. I like the gentleness. I appreciate the small brush strokes and the detail, and just letting the subject speak for itself and just leave it open for interpretation. But that was my inspiration. For anyone that either watches this video or looks more into it, that's really what the background was. And then the rest was just a matter of filling in all the different pieces in blues and purples. I didn't want this to be colorful because, I don't know, the feeling of survival is not either joy or grief. It's kind of this in-between area, and blue just seemed to provide that peace of having survived, but then also fearing the unknown. The world's no longer on fire, but it's also not sunshines and rainbows. So then, as I painted, I just focused on every small brush stroke, just continuing the idea that even the broken can be beautiful. I've referred to this sort of painting style that I do as fragmented, because it is like fragments, right? It's inspired by pop art, stained glasses. Like you take all these pieces and you put them together, and then all of a sudden you have something beautiful. And I think it's all those little scars, all those things that you go through in life that really help you shine in the end and help you become more confident in who you are. So even though my submission doesn't sound loud and dramatic and there's no tears falling and there's not a lot of craziness, I hope that it at least gives that essence of the fragility that comes with survival. Because it's really something that just doesn't just happen. It's something that is around you and that is hard to figure out what the right move is. And it's these times where you're sitting there just pondering about what to do next that really define who you are as a person, that define your journey, your adventure. Everybody has different levels of what they've survived, and it all looks different. One person's survival can only be measured by their own experiences. It's not so much about comparing one person to the other, but rather each person surviving their own obstacles. And so, with all the little details, my painting was finally complete and submitted on time. And if you've made it this far, thank you. And if you want to share your survival story, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Thanks for watching.